Nary a video without technical difficulties. Yeah, they have to click the button twice. So I apologize, but here I am, just 3 minutes late. Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Oz. I am the owner and CEO here at Signpost Destinations. Why I dropped my full title, I will talk about in a bit. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy 2023. Happy Wednesday. Here we are. It's nice to be back with you guys and to be doing videos again. It's been a bit of a hiatus. We did a few in 2020. Again, there were some other focuses in 2022 we'll get back to. But it's been 2021. We were doing consistent videos and kind of took a little break. But we're back this year and it's going to be super fun. So if you guys are existing or clients, followers that have been around for a while, thank you so much for joining us. It's so nice to see you and have you here with us. And if you are a new follower since we did videos, also thank you for joining us. Hopefully today is lots of fun, lots of cool updates for you guys to share. Also, I realized that, yes, I'm wearing my awesome giant, I call it my football announcer headset, because my earbuds decided not to work at the last minute. So I kind of look like a football announcer, but that's okay. I can hear you and I can see you. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, comments, general wonderments while we're going, feel free to drop them in the chat. I can see those and respond to you guys as we're going. Yeah, so here you go, unofficial. Welcome to Signpost Destinations. This is going to be super fun. So today we're going to talk about, our focus today is talking about the travel trends for 2023. So we will get to that in a moment. I also have some other cool updates for you guys and just some information about the travel industry and just a little refresher about who we are as a company, mainly because there's been a lot of questions. So, and why you would even bother using a travel advisor in 2023. We'll talk about it. So we're going to talk about all those things today. So let's start first with a few updates. Yes, so now for the entire year, I have committed to doing more lives again, back with you, live right here on Facebook and also over on YouTube. We're going to be doing them twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month at noon. But have no fear if you can't join us live, the video will live on still on our pages. And if you're lucky, we may even eventually stream over to TikTok, stream over to our other pages, things like that. But for right now, the plan is Facebook right here, Signpost Destinations, as well as our YouTube channel. So there's that. That'll be super fun. Yes, we're going to be doing more and more mini vids, as I call them. So Instagram Reels, TikToks, things like that. We're diversifying this year with our different platforms. So we're going to be doing that as well as Pinterest. So if you're not following us in those places, come on over, take a look, join us. We've got some cool stuff going on. Normally, I take the entire month of December, plan out the rest of the year. And yes, I kind of did that, but December was by far and away the biggest month we've ever had. So I was very busy. So we're still, we're done. We've got a great plan for 2023. Lots of cool stuff coming up for you. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. It should be lots of fun this year. The biggest update, though, for 2023 is that the company, the last time you saw me would have been just me. And now we are a team. There's a whole bunch of us here. That was our big project last year, and it has been amazing and incredible. We have a team of 8, and we will probably continue to expand in 2023. Hopefully, some of you have met some of our amazing, wonderful team. If you call into the main number, you will still get me, but there's a chance that I will pass you to one of the other teams. My role will be more of assisting them and some of our larger projects going forward, and doing our awesome lives every week. And the team will be doing more and more hands-on with you guys as the clients. So just so you know, that's how that's working. That's been a great thing. Also, doing these lives was partially their idea. They are very excited to share with you and spend time with you guys. And so every week we're going to be bringing you different topics, different information, different destinations, all sorts of really great, really great stuff. So at least one of them will be joining me from here on out on these videos. So stay tuned for that too. It's a great group. You guys are gonna love them if you haven't met them already. So yes, so every month throughout the year 2023, we're going to be featuring, at least on the main page, fewer specific destinations and more general travel tips and niches, things like that, for specific travel information and suggestions and ideas. I would highly recommend that you follow our team. They will continue to put out lots of great information in their specific niches, whether it's honeymoons or cruises or adventure travel, anything like that. They will be doing that more specific sort of information on their pages. So again, as we go, I'll make sure that we're tagging and sharing, and you guys can have all their information. Really great. They're wonderful. I can't wait for you guys to meet them. So, all right. So we've been getting a lot of questions lately about the travel industry, what's changed, what's been going on, as well as us as a company. We definitely have grown and changed a lot, literally, since we now have a team and things like that. But who we are at the core still remains the same. But now there's just more of us to be able to help more people be able to go on trips and have amazing vacations and experiences all over the world. So when it was just me back in the day when I started, late 2019, 2020, that's right, started a travel business in the pandemic. That was me. Mostly on cruises, Caribbean. Everybody knows that I love Key West. In fact, you can see it. Quite a few of these pictures behind me over my head are, in fact, Key West. This is the 7 Mile Bridge in Marathon. This is Sunset Key in Key West. I love the Keys. It's one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. So if you're looking for a trip to the Keys, I will still help you with that. I love it very much. But part of having the team is that there's only so much that one human brain can know. A very popular saying in the travel industry is that you can't sell the whole world. There's no possible way you could be an expert on every single area. And once that reality set in for me, it became very obvious that the next step was to hire a team of people who did have knowledge to be able to help clients go to more places than just the places that I knew. I have also grown my portfolio quite a bit too, but still, it's just really great to have more brains and more people that are just as passionate and so excited to help out. So, yeah, guys, get ready. It's going to be super fun. Yeah. So the other thing is that the last few years has really changed the travel industry quite a lot. Perfect example, the TAA shut down this morning. I am really sorry if you're sitting in an airport right now, if you are chilling in an airport because your flight got canceled. Those things are super unfun, and it's really puts a damper on your trip. Is there much that we could do as travel advisors when the entire FAA shuts down? No, but at least you know you've got somebody on your side that can help you make other arrangements, things like that. So that's just one minor example. And also, travel has just gotten messy and complicated. There are so many more moving parts, even now that we are officially in this post-pandemic era. You still have to, a lot of destinations still want to know your vaccination status, or they want you to take a test first. There's so many different things like that, different requirements and whatnot that didn't used to be that now are. A really big thing too is travel insurance. That was a huge thing in the pandemic that became less of a suggestion and more of a requirement. In fact, a lot of places actually require proof of travel insurance before you can even travel. And let me tell you, there's not just one kind of travel insurance. There are hundreds, if not thousands of different kinds of travel insurance out there. Not everyone is the right one. Not everyone will be the same and work for the next person. So that's another great reason to work with a travel advisor, is to make sure that you're getting all of those things, and some of those unforeseen things travel advisors have the ability to forecast and be able to prepare for, that you may not even realize you need to prepare for. So that's a big thing. And the next thing, this is big and important for me. This is my profession. This is what I do every single day, day in and day out. I've been doing it for years now. My team, I've trained them all. Just everything that I know that I can share, I share with them. And they're all really great at, finding their own means of education and whatnot, things like that. This is what I do every day. So, some advisors will say, like, I don't come to your job and tell you what to do, like, that sort of a thing. I am not going to sit here and pretend that I know how to do your job. But I don't. And it's true. There's so much here, different trainings, and you should see the emails I get every day and the webinars that I'm on and things like that, to stay constant and privy to the information so that I can better serve you as a client, is a really, really big thing. Another thing too, that's really important to us as a company specifically, I can't speak for other agencies out there, but here at Signpost Destination, we say that it's not transactional, it's personal, and it's relational. So every single client is different. Every trip is different. Everybody has different needs. There's so many little things that make your trip different from the next. So jumping on Google and finding asking a question on Facebook, hey, is this a great resort? Well, somebody might say that it was really awesome, and the next person was going to say it's garbage. And that's just true, because it worked for one and it didn't work for another. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. So because this is my profession, this is what we do here. We're able to look beyond personal opinions and be able to ask you the right questions so that we can find the perfect thing for you, not based off of opinions, but based off of you and what you need and what you're looking for. So that's what I mean by this is a profession. That's the type of service and the level of service that we're providing, is making it about you. We say here all the time, we're client centric. It's about people. It's not about us. It's not about the bottom line. It's not about anything else besides you and what you need and what your goals are for your vacation. So there's that. 1 second. I need a little coffee. I have my Chicago mug today. I love Chicago. Probably one of my favorite cities in the whole world. One of my favorite cities in the US for sure. I love Chicago. It's great. So sorry. How about water? Let's try that. Nothing like live video. Okay, so yeah, the other thing that's really important to keep in mind when talking about the importance of a travel advisor, even in 2023, because this is a profession, there's an entire industry, so many things to know, just like a doctor or a lawyer or a mechanic or different people, they train and they learn and they become experts in their industry. Same thing is true in travel. There are so many things that we know that you aren't even aware that you need to know about your trip. And our job is to, like I said earlier, is to forecast those things and make sure that we're helping you be prepared and to take the edge off as much as possible of some of those potentially stressful situations and whatnot, to kind of curb those and to make it that much more enjoyable and less that to take away from your vacation, I guess. There's things like time versus money, right? Like, are you willing to pay more money and sacrifice time? Do you want to, take more time, but sacrifice the money? Those are things that you really shouldn't have to think about. Those are things that we will provide that best balance for you and for your trip. One conversation that we have pretty much with every single client is that your budget is your budget is your budget. So our goal is not to spend every dollar. We don't care. Like, if the only thing is that if we feel like what you're asking for doesn't match your budget, we will have a conversation with you about that. But our job is not to spend your money. Our job is to make your money go as far as possible, to do the most for what it is you're looking for, to check off as many boxes as possible. So that's really, really huge. One thing that I noticed really early on owning a business is that money is different to everyone. Everyone has a different perception of money. So I could have two clients in the exact same day come to me and be like, my budget is $10,000. Okay, well, $10,000 to both of them is completely different. And it's also completely different to me. Everybody sees that and values that money differently, as well as what they're looking to get out of their trip. Does that make sense? So our job is to say, okay, this is where you're going. This is what you have. How can we make this go as far as possible? Okay, so it's not about like, let's get to that 10,000 mark. Woo, yay. No, that's not it at all. We are trying to get you the most and trying to get it so that you can have the most perfect vacation and still being as respectful as possible of your budget. So that's another really big thing. A very easy to a common, what's the word I'm looking for? Misconception is that like we're trying to spend all your money. I care, but it's not one of those things that's like, yay, let's spend all your money. That's not true at all. So the other thing that has become more and more obvious again since the pandemic is risk versus reward. This is really obvious in the last 6 months with all the changes that have been going on in the air industry. Some people will say, hey, here's this flight on Delta and it's only $300. That's awesome. I could save a bunch of money. But it's also a really crappy time. You've got 2 layovers. The layover is 45 minutes. It's non-refundable. You don't get to choose your seats. Is that risk worth the reward of saving a few bucks? Probably not. So those are the sorts of things that as travel advisors, as professionals, we're able to forecast and see out further. Is that really worth the risk, or, is there better reward if we maybe try something different? So that's a big thing too. And we already kind of talked on, sometimes things are suggested. Now there's a lot more requirements these days for travel. So those are all things too that we do. We help you with those things. One of my favorite things as a travel advisor to do, I call this DIY versus VIP. So a lot of people, especially in the Midwest, I don't know what it is about Midwesterners. Midwesterners are really big DIYers. Just because you've planned to travel yourself for years doesn't mean that it's going to be the same this time or next time or the time after. Oftentimes advisors have the ability to add things on or get upgrades, things like that. I literally have been able to get literal VIP status for my clients. They expected them. They knew exactly when they were going to arrive. They got to skip check-in. They got a free upgrade. They got champagne upon arrival. They had their own private concierge at their resort to be able to take them and schedule them for dinner and schedule them for the spa and schedule them for different activities. That is the sort of thing, not every time, not everybody's going to get that. That's just an example, but those are the sorts of things that we can do. I would say almost every time we do plan a trip for somebody, there's usually something that we can add because we're a travel advisor and through our private services and sites and things like that beyond what you can see on the public site. So that's a big thing. Okay, so I've talked about some of those. I have notes trying to keep myself on track. Yes, so I have a picture for you guys. I love this picture. Check it out. So we are currently in what is called wave season. I was talking about this a little bit earlier that December is typically pretty quiet, and December was our biggest month by far, hands down, it was insane. We are very busy. The team already is extremely busy, and it's only the 11th of January. So much going on. Wave season means that you're going to see a lot of promotions out there. People are like, yeah, it's a new year. Let's go somewhere. That's wave season. So we are just getting not overwhelmed. I don't want to say that. I feel like there's a negative connotation to that. We are getting a large influx of clients returning and new coming to us looking to plan vacations for 2023. So there's that wave season, January, February, March, people really getting in there. They're getting the tax returns, right? Things like that. And they're like, let's go. It's time to go. Let's do this. So we are in the middle of wave season for sure. So I will mention this now, and I'm going to mention it again later because I am the owner of this company and I can do what I want. So I am during this phase, this theme right now, talking about the top 10 destinations of 2023. I am going to introduce a special promo for anybody watching this, anybody that watches the replay later, anybody that sees our posts for the next couple weeks. Specifically for me, if you would like this, but you want to work with another advisor, send me a message. I will talk to them and see if they will honor it as well. I have a promo code for you guys. If you book a new trip with me, and by that, I mean, do your consultation and also then get a service agreement going, things like that for a trip, for travel anytime in 2023 or 2024. So something that we can book, I will give you $100 off of your planning fee. So you have my word on it. You can say, Emily said so. She said $100 off. So anytime between today, which is January 11th, and the end of the month, January 31st, 2023, I will be more than happy to honor that for you guys. So even though it's wave season and it's very, very busy, I wanted to give you guys a little perk, a little bonus for joining us today and for coming on board and just joining us this year. It should be lots of fun. All right, so now the time has come to talk about the trends for 2023. I am going to say so this is how it's going to work. Today's the 11th. Today we're going to talk about the trends and what to expect this year. And then from now through the 25th, which is 2 weeks from today, every day on our social media, we are going to be releasing a different destination every day. So starting tomorrow you will get number 10, and then Friday you will get number 9, so on and so forth down. And then our next live, which is Wednesday, the 25th, we will announce and talk all about destination number 1. Just a heads up, destinations 10 through 2 are not necessarily in order. I think that they all will have their own appeal. There's really no way to know which one will be the hottest. I have a guess, which is why it's going to be number 1. But the rest of them are all pretty equal in importance, and I would say in demand for 2023. Number 1, though, I think far and above is going to be very, very huge. So we're going to dedicate an entire live and then also 2 weeks worth of social media just talking about the number 1 destination. So yes, that's going to be super fun. Now, if you guys are joining us and you guys have any guesses at all about destinations that you think could be on the list, or maybe things you would like to see on the list, drop them in the chat. I would love to know so much what you guys think. I think that'll be super fun. Let me show this with you guys there. So number 1 destination for 2023, we're going to do it right here, live, Facebook and YouTube on January 25th. So yes, there you go. These are our top 10 destinations of 2023 going for the next 2 weeks. And here you go, guys. Where would you like to go this year? I love some of these pictures, and I would be more than happy to go to all of these places. I have been to about half, but yeah, okay. I'll give you guys a couple teasers too because it's fun. So let's talk about trends. Let's talk about what we're going to be seeing as these destinations come out. Oh, quick side note. So when I say that we're talking about them on social media, they are literally going out on Facebook page, stories, Instagram, Reels, TikToks, Pinterest. They will be everywhere. They're going to be all over the internet. Every day, one destination. Feel free to jump in and engage with us. We would love to know what you guys are thinking about these destinations as we go along. And also the promo that I'm offering, you don't have to go to one of these 10 places. It's anywhere you would like to go. But I just thought that the goal of this is to inspire you. Hopefully you will maybe want to try something new. So we'll see. Okay. So trends. There's really three big things that was driving the decision. By the way, this is my list. So there are several different lists out there. I did consult them. Some I agreed with, and some of them I did not. So these are this is my list of top 10 based on my professional opinion, based on the information that I get day in and day out, conversations I have with clients, conversations I have with other travel agencies, things like that. So yeah, that's where these destinations are coming from. So three trends that are driving destinations and where people are going this year. The first one, maybe this is obvious, maybe not. 2020 is still driving decisions about where people are going on vacation, even still in 2023. What happened in the pandemic, if you aren't aware, as far as the travel industry goes, a lot of people, the pandemic caused a lot of people to force people to stop, right? We were forced home and things like that. And it caused people to stop and kind of reevaluate the direction of their lives, things like that. That's not really new for you guys. I'm sure everybody had a moment along those lines. So as far as travel goes, a lot of people realize that there's no time like the present. So some of those destinations that have been hanging out on their bucket list, they're like, okay, that's it. It's time to go. Like, I got to take those places off of my bucket list. I need to go. So 3 years in now since the pandemic happened, people have been saving up a little bit. They still have some vacation time, and they're like, I'm going to go to this bucket list place that I've always wanted to go. I'm going to make it happen this year. So that's going to be the first trends that we're going to see a lot of, are some of those big bucket list destinations. The second thing that's trending really, really big this year is adventure travel and adventure-based destinations. So you will see a lot of that in the top 10 over the next 2 weeks. But they're, again, kind of back to the bucket list idea that you only get one life, so go live it. Let's go and see and do. So a lot of adventure travel, adventure lights, some real serious adventure travel. We'll be talking about all of that. But you will see several adventure destinations on the list for 2023. And then the third thing, I think this is super interesting. This is a little bit different from years past. So some of the top destinations in the world historically, especially over the last 10 to 15 years, places like London, Paris. Paris is the #1 travel destination. It has been for decades. Hawaii, that's another really big one, right? People go and do that. That's like, really big, serious place, right? Lots of people go. So for 2023, I feel, in my professional opinion, that we're actually going to be seeing less and less of that. I think we're going to be seeing, yes, people will still be going to Paris. They're still going to be going to London. But it's going to be slightly different and unusual places. So that's all I'm going to say. You'll see that on the list too, as we're going the next 2 weeks. But But get ready. So it's not gonna just be the same old places. And to me, as a member of the travel industry and in communication with a lot of the travel industry and ASTA, CLIA, things like that, this is really exciting for us that people are venturing out and beyond the norm. That's really cool. To me, that really shows a lot of respect for why you're traveling. And anybody that's been around our company for a minute knows that that's really where we are and where we're coming from. Our goal is for experiences over things. We say that all the time. We want your vacation to be about building memories and about that valuable time with the people that you're traveling with. Or even if you're traveling by yourself, that is meaningful for you and it's more than just a trip. So I think that's what is most exciting for me about 2023 is that people are taking that chance and they're recognizing the value of that time to go and see and do things that are new. So there you go, guys. Those are going to be the trends for 2023. More bucket list destinations, lots of adventure, and also places that are slightly unique, a little bit different. I would imagine you've heard of all these places, but you may not have thought of some of them as a place to plan a trip around. So this will be really interesting. It's going to be fun. Okay, so one more time for you guys. I feel like I should have dropped it in here for you. Here, I'll just do it now. Here's the promo, guys. Move my coffee out of the way so I don't spill it everywhere. So this is good only through the end of the month. Here you go. I'm not going to scroll it. That's hard to see. Okay, 2023 top 10. So do a consult in the next couple weeks and I will give you $100 off of your planning services for any trip that you plan with me by the end of the month, extra $100 off. So super cool, guys. That'll be lots of fun. Go see, do, guys. The world is waiting. Most of the world is reopened again since the whole pandemic debacle. I'm going to call it a debacle. I've been referring to it. I'm like, it's sort of like a really bad ex where you're like, oh crap, that's right, that did happen. That's kind of the pandemic for me. Like, oh man, that's right. Like it's still kind of fresh. You kind of remember it, but you really don't want to. That's the pandemic. So what better way than revenge travel? Again, I guess that could be a fourth theme for 2023 is revenge travel. People want to go and do. They're tired of waiting and making excuses, and there's no more excuses. Time to go see. Speaking of which, I actually have 2 trips coming in the next short while. The beach is calling. I will be here in 5 weeks. That's my favorite place in the whole wide world. It's time to go. It's been like a year. It's too long. Okay. So guys, if you have any questions, any guesses, you're ready for a consult, you are more than welcome to reach out. Just drop a comment or send us a DM. Phone number, same as always. I'll make sure you guys have all that. That's everywhere. It's plastered all over our socials. So until then, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this list of top 10. Oh, would you guys like some teasers? I forgot. I'll do that. This one's kind of one of those things. You'll get a lot of this, right? There's always going to be a beach destination. One, if I have anything to say about it, there's always going to be a beach destination. But the question is which beach destination is going to be the hot place to go in 2023? So there's one little teaser for you. Here's the second teaser for you. This is cool. I am so in love with this destination. So here's your other teaser, guys, for one of the destinations for 2023. All right, guys, there it is. Drop your questions, drop your hints. Make sure you schedule your consultations. And if you're not following us on all of our social platforms, they are aplenty. Please do so. We would appreciate it. And then that way, too, we can share all sorts of really cool travel information and stuff and tips and tricks with you guys throughout the year. Until then, I will see you guys live in 2 weeks as we talk about destination numero uno. It's going to be lots of fun. And I believe I will have Hunter live with me in 2 weeks. So if you haven't met Hunter, go check him out. Facebook, Instagram, he's on our website. Hunter's great. So until then, guys, have a great 2 weeks. Enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.